There are some days I absolutely love this game, and there are some days I absolutely hate this game. Today has been a little bit of both because I've been trying my hand at some more battleships and realised that the majority of destroyer players haven't got a damn clue about how they're supposed to be played. And when I've been out in my destroyers, I've realised that the battleship and cruiser players haven't got a damn clue on how they should support their destroyers. And perhaps my expectations are a little bit too high of other people. Perhaps I expect people to be playing to my standards and to my ideals, and that's a fault of mine, and I shall admit that that is a fault, to expect people to be playing for victory. It seems sometimes that when you get into this game, no matter what you try and do, your team are adamant that they are going to take defeat on the chin like a good one. And I'm sure there are people out there who get fed up with being defeated time and time and time again. I get fed up with being beaten once. Being beaten twice, it gets annoying. 3 times in a row, it's even worse. And at 4 times, I'm just about ready to give in. And here at the start of this game, the first thing that this Tirpitz does beside us that spawns with us is turn and run away. The other battleship that is there with me is a French battleship, so guess what he is going to do? He is going to do what the majority of French battleship captains do, and he is going to sit bow in, and he is going to try and tank. I'm pretty much on my own here, but I always say play the cap, and that is what I'm going to try and do. I can see here that there's at least one destroyer. Now we have 2 destroyers on the cap. We've got 3 battleship. There's a Fletcher which can outgun me. There's a Shiratsuyu which is a top boat. Not too concerned about him. More concerned about the Fletcher. He is the one on the cap. We get some resets. But I want my guns on this guy because I want him out of this game. He is the risk to me, not the Shiratsuyu. So we're going to stay on those guns for as long as we can. We're running our sonar. We get a little bit unlucky as he slips between the torpedoes, but we're going to keep on those shots until he disappears. And then I see that as well as the Vanguard pushing in, the Bismarck is literally going full YOLO straight into this cap. I know he's got a sonar. I'm looking around me. I can see one ship that can support me. It is Mr. Bow tanking Frenchie. So I decide that now is the time for me to come away from this cap. We get a fire on the Bismarck. That is a stick and tick. It is time for us to get the hell out of Dodge. So we're going to pull back, and I was saying to the guys, hey, look, if everybody's going to run away, then I can run away too. I can pull back off the cap, and I can let the red team play their Murray game with you and let this Bismarck close in for secondaries and just start taking chunks off people. I'm looking around. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships there. One destroyer has gone. I didn't see who it was, but we've lost a destroyer too, and I think that was our Friesland, which is unfortunate. But it doesn't have torpedoes, so it wouldn't have been much use anyway in this game. Now, I don't like to torpedo from the front, but when I'm being run down by a Bismarck and he's probably running sonar, the only thing that I can do is put them and straight through his bow and hope that he tries to straight line them. Because here we get another salvo of torpedoes from, I don't know which destroyer it was. Let's have a look. Our Shiratsuyu. And he gets absolutely trolleyed. So thank you, Mr. Shiratsuyu, for that beautiful broadside of torpedoes. I like to think that my bow-on shots kept him sailing in a straight line long enough for him to get his shots off. But we now have the Another Bismarck in the cap. He's dipped into smoke, and I'm looking around calling for fire on the Fletcher. He got away by the skin of his teeth. We are going to smoke, and we are going to get some fire onto that Bismarck, because if we can start a fire, then somebody else can pick up some damage on him, be it a fire or a flood. We want to keep shooting, we want to keep moving. We are going to use the specialty of the British destroyers to our advantage here. We've got short smoke screens. We aren't running Smogathon, so we've got a little bit of a delay in between them. We've got to put some more fire at that Bismarck, and I'm playing a 180-degree battle here. We've got Bismarck on the left, North Carolina in the center, and we've got the Vanguard pushing in on the right-hand side. So here we go. We've dropped that smoke. We're going to open up some more distance again, get out of it, spot for the team, because nobody else is spotting. And now we've got the Vanguard pushing the flank, and that is dangerous. So we are going to look at getting some torpedoes onto him. But sadly, it looks like this guy has been holding back on the throttle, because he is going to gun his engines, and he is going to outpace those ones. The North Carolina is obviously wise to buy torpedoes too, because it appears that he has slammed on the brakes. So I'm not having a very good time with my torpedoes here. But what I am going to have a good time with is my guns. We aren't quite a party boat like the Fletcher, but I do love the triple turrets on this, or should I say the triple double turrets on this. And we're going to look and try and get ourselves into a position where we're safe, ranged, but that we can get guns onto both of these targets, starting with the North Carolina. Now, he does currently have a fire ticking on him. That's a single. So if we can get another one ticking on him, that one is going to keep going. So guns it is. We've had 4 fires already. We're barely up to 60,000 damage. Can we get 60,000 damage even? There we go. We're over 60,000 damage. Let's keep piling on the pressure. We just need one more fire on this guy, because he's either damage conned or it's burnt out. But let's keep going, keep the guns on. We're very aware that our twist and track indicator is pointing to our rear, which means that the Vanguard is closer than 8.5 kilometers. Because nobody can see him, we're going to get out of this smoke screen again. These guys just keep backing up towards the edge of the map. We did get a fire on the North Carolina, and that is a stick and tick. I'm certain that he's going to burn out, but the Veneto picks up the kill at the last second, so I hope it was worth the hit points. But the Veneto did do a half decent job in this game. So the Vanguard is behind the hill, but we've got lofty shots and we can get them across the top here. So we're going to keep piling these shots across the top, and we're going to get lucky and land a fire on him, which is going to damage control immediately. So we get the kill on him. Somebody again tries to pick up a cheap kill right at the last moment there, and we're kind of even Stevens on the points. We're a little bit below. We are a couple of ships up, but blue team are going to try and throw this one to the dogs. We need the caps for points, because that is what is going to win us the game. There was no way that I was going to be able to take this capture point with what was against me, and I'm thinking now I need to use my speed, I need to get in, and we need to turn these caps. I'm asking these 2 battleships if they will push down and take the caps, and I'm going to be pinging the map, telling them what the location of the closest target to me is. But as you can see, we were even on points, and even though we're 2 ships up, because they have 3 caps, they're already pulling ahead, 60, 70 points, and it's been barely a few seconds. So we do need to start pulling something back. We have a ship all the way across there on the left side of the map, and I think that guy has basically run into a mountain and got himself wedged, because I think it's an Otago that there is out there. There is a cruiser out there as well. Can't remember, is it in Atlanta or something like that? Let's have a look. There we go. It's an Atlanta. And the destroyer that's running around is an Ostergotland, which I'm not really looking forward to because he has those supremely fast torpedoes and its guns are pretty solid too. And at some point in this game, I imagine that I'm going to bump into him. So as the battleships have pushed down for the cap on this side, I've made a decision that what I need to do is to push all the way to the other side of the map. We need to try and take care of this, was it an Amagi? Not an Otago. I need to take care of this Amagi. We're 4 ships to 2. We are, 150 points down pretty much. And it's been, what, a minute and a half? There are 5 minutes left in the game. I'm worried about this destroyer pushing through and picking up our battleships. I'm looking, he's in the middle of the map. I'm thinking, do I turn in here? Do I go against him now? Or do I assist this other battleship with the Amagi? Is the Ostergotland coming for this cap? Is he going to try and turn this one in their favour? But then I realise he is heading the long way around. So I'm alerting the guys that that is where he's at. This is a really difficult game. The amount of points that we are down and seeing where the Ostergotland is, there is no point in me chasing him at this moment in time. I'm going to have to do what I can to get rid of this Amagi. Now, I don't know what I think it's a Colorado is doing out. He's pushed all the way across. He didn't start on our side of the map, but he seemed to gravitate towards our side of the map, and now he's heading back in the other direction. I don't know if he's sailing broadside to get all his guns on or what, but he is going to pay the ultimate price in the dumbest way possible. I just don't understand why he's doing what he's doing. But he loses some health there. I get my torpedoes on the Amagi, and I want to try and distract this Amagi. If he can put his attention on me, he will draw his attention away from the battleship, but he's not having any of that. We do get a fire. There's a chance he could damage control this. The torpedoes are running, but now he's staying focused on that battleship. Front guns only. There we go. And that is a dev strike. What on earth you were thinking, Colorado? I don't know, but we get the kill. 3 minutes left in the game. We're 160 points behind. The 2 battleships are across there. They've got the destroyer near them. I'm literally pulling my hair out at this moment in time thinking, how on earth did this game turn so bad so quick? And I don't know what was going on the left side of the minimap. My entire focus was fighting this right hand side of the map and then trying to make decisions to give the team a fighting chance. One of those guys in the battleship was listening in on comms, but he wasn't on mic, and I'm saying just keep pushing through, push through, take the caps. I'm going to try and run this guy down. I can't guarantee anything. If we don't take the caps, then we will definitely lose. We need the caps to give us some points back and give us a chance at winning this game. I've called that the Ostergotland is heading for C-cap, and there we go. He is on C-cap. He has broadcasted to everybody where he is, and I am going to play it safe here. I've got a 3-minute sonar because there are less than 3 minutes in the game. This thing is going to run for me as long as I need it, but getting into a gunfight with an Ostergotland is not something I want to do. But I am in one of my favourite boats, the British Tier 7 Tech Tree, the Lightning. I love this boat. I play the propellers off this boat, and I am going to do that in this closing minute and 20 seconds. How I'm going to play this, I'm going to try and stay bow onto this guy as long as possible. We're going to jinx. We're going to run, as I said, run out of sonar. He could be putting torpedoes out at any time. We use the opportunity to pop smoke. We're going to turn, get our turrets over, put these torpedoes out there, try and limit his movement, and then we're going to get back onto him with guns. It takes him a second to acquire because I'm sure he was lining up to put his torpedoes through that smoke, but we are going to stay on the guns. His engine out, his propeller is out, he is burning. I have got some support coming in from my battleships, but I am not going to give up on this guy. And with barely seconds left on the clock, we pick up the win and steal that one away from red team in the best way possible. No medals in this one. 97,000 damage, 187 gun hits, 3 kills, 2863 on the base XP, and I think I fought for that victory and certainly deserve that top spot for the team, and it's not often I say that. But that was an absolute nail-biter all the way to the very end. So I'm sorry to the Ostergotland there. You did play extremely well. So GG's there. And to Red Team, you couldn't have played it any better, I don't think. But you just threw it all away. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care and goodbye.